Okay, today during this week 2 mini lecture 3, we're diving into a critical skill, distinguishing between an artifact and a true forensic finding. This isn't just academic, it directly impacts justice. You see, a perfect slide is a rare thing, and knowing what you're looking at is paramount. We'll focus on the histotechnologist's role in evaluating slide quality. This skill is vital for your upcoming slide evaluation report. Every step in preparing a slide leaves its mark, a signature that tells a story. From the moment tissue is collected to when it's mounted, each action impacts the final product. We'll explore how these signatures can be read. Understanding this helps you identify issues and prevent them. It's about recognizing the impact of your hands-on work. This leads us directly into how fixation, the very first step, sets the stage for everything else. Poor fixation is a disaster. It compromises the entire downstream workflow. If the tissue isn't fixed properly, nothing else matters. Think of it, autolysis continues, morphology degrades, and true findings become obscured. We'll discuss common fixation errors and their telltale signs. You'll learn to spot issues like formalin pigment and how to differentiate it from a real finding. This is crucial because a well-fixed sample is irreplaceable evidence. A dull blade or a careless hand can destroy irreplaceable evidence. Microtomy isn't just about cutting. It's about preserving the integrity of the tissue. Chatter, folds, and tears can obscure critical details. We'll examine how these microtomy artifacts appear. You'll learn to distinguish them from genuine pathology. This attention to detail is vital because the next issue we'll discuss is even more serious. Finding tissue from another case on your slide is a chain of custody crisis. This is perhaps the most serious error in forensic histotechnology. It compromises the entire investigation and can have severe legal consequences. We'll discuss how floaters occur and how to prevent them. This isn't just about quality control, it's about maintaining the integrity of the evidence, and it shows how the final steps can undo all your hard work. We've talked about how critical the initial steps are, but remember, the final steps in the lab can just as easily derail everything. You can have perfect tissue, perfect fixation, but if the sectioning or staining is poor, the whole case suffers. Think about it. A pathologist can't interpret what they can't see clearly. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about diagnostic integrity. Floaters, folds, chatter, or even just a poorly cover slip slide can obscure crucial findings. Your meticulousness in these final stages directly impacts the pathologist's ability to make accurate conclusions. Every single slide you produce is a piece of evidence and it needs to be unimpeachable. So let's dive into some specific challenges you'll face. So this is where things get tricky and it's a huge part of your job. Distinguishing between true findings and artifacts. Artifacts, postmortem changes, and actual antemortem findings can look incredibly similar under the microscope. Take formalin pigment for example. It's a common artifact, but if you don't recognize it, you might mistake it for a true hemorrhage or another significant finding. Or consider chatter, which can mimic microfractures. It's vital to know the difference. Your ability to identify and differentiate these is critical for the pathologist. We'll look at how your technical skill helps clarify these ambiguities. Following on from recognizing artifacts, this slide really drives home the core question you should be asking yourself. It's not about whether a slide looks pretty in a general sense. It's about whether it's defensible in a court of law or to a critical medical examiner. A perfectly stained slide with a fold through a critical area is not defensible. A slide with floaters that obscure a lesion is not defensible. Every technical decision you make, from embedding orientation to cover slipping, needs to be made with this question in mind. Because in forensic work, a pretty slide that isn't defensible is a useless slide. This leads us to a fundamental shift in perspective. Building on the idea of defensibility, remember this. You are not diagnosing disease in the traditional clinical sense. You are judging evidence. Your role is to present the tissue in a way that allows the pathologist to judge the evidence accurately. This means your focus isn't on finding a cure or treatment. It's about presenting the clearest, most accurate representation of the tissue's state. If there's a technical issue, you're not just fixing a mistake, you're ensuring the integrity of the evidence. This shift in mindset is crucial for forensic work, and it all hinges on your foundational skills. Ultimately, every forensic conclusion, every ruling, every piece of justice rests on the foundation of your technical skill. If your sections are too thick, too thin, or uneven, the pathologist's interpretation will be compromised. If your staining is inconsistent, subtle changes can be missed. Your ability to consistently produce high-quality, artifact-free slides is not just a nice-to-have, it's absolutely essential. It's the bedrock upon which all subsequent analysis is built. Without your expertise, the most brilliant pathologist can't do their job effectively. Your hands-on work is the first and often most critical step in the chain of forensic evidence. See you next week.